Hey, it's 9:29 on the 24th of May, 2026, Sunday night. You're looking at a zero point 0.1, 1/10 of a second exposure of Messier 53, a globular cluster in common parentheses, magnitude 7.7, 14.4 arc minutes in size, 58,000 light years distant, RA 31255, declination plus 18 degrees, 10 minutes and 9 seconds. So for this intro view, I am going to go ahead and change the contrast and step through the various aperture settings. So this is 2.5 contrast. A lot of modeling in the field. That's because there's high, thin clouds up there and an early but quite obvious second quarter moon. Clouds may dissipate as the evening progresses. We don't know that for sure. That's the typical thing to happen because the clouds generally form locally or in the Cascades to the west. Okay, I'm going to go now to this. Remember, these are only a single stacks. So I've now gone on to a 0.2 second view, which is comparable under these conditions to a 6-inch scope. Jump up to 0.5, which should be something like a 10-inch scope view. Haven't had a chance to set the focus, but the stars are looking pretty good. Let's check our magnification. All right, I was operating at e-zoom 70%, which I normally presume is about 105x, but I did some explorations and it's probably closer to 175, somewhere between 150 and 200x. But I'm going to just continue calling it 105x. Let's go and see if we can get a 1-second view. And a 1-second view would be something like a 13.5-inch scope. We're getting some stellar resolution. This globular cluster is magnitude 7.7, seems loosely condensed, but we're going to add 5 magnitudes on. So the brightest star should be somewhere around magnitude 13. Continuing with this in anticipation of the NGC 5650 to 5699 series this evening. It will be the only one I do. I'm not doubling up anymore, especially with the moon. But as long as I continue to get good views, reasonable views, I may play with a contrast, however, to shield out some of the lunacy and the moon wash entering this field of view. I don't think I will be using the 2.5 contrast. I think I'll drop it down. Let's take a look at, this looks more like what you'd ordinarily see without a moon. The setting is 1.8, and let's go on to our series for the evening now that we've achieved 5-second exposure times. Okay, we're now getting stacks, and that's the way we will approach these. We're not having any problems with triangulating. The focus must be quite good. We're now 4 stacks in. Watch it develop. And when we get to 6, we're off to NGC 5650, as I recall. There we go, 6 stacks, Messier 53, globular cluster, in comma parentheses. Okay, NGC 5650 is a galaxy in Virgo. It's also 5652, magnitude 12.5, 2 by 1.4 arc minute. Spiral with a bar, lowercase c, 335 million light years distant, means this is about 180,000 light years in diameter. RA 143101, declination plus 5 degrees, 58 minutes and 41 seconds. We now have 6 stacks at nominal 105x. NGC 5653 is quite apparent in the middle of the field. It's a galaxy in Boötes, magnitude 12.2, 1.7 by 1.3 arc minute spiral with a lowercase b and an annularity, which means I'm going to push the magnification up to what I call 150x. Not a bad view, especially since I changed the contrast. Magnitude 12.2, 1.7 by 1.3 arc minutes, 162 million light years distant, means it's probably somewhere around 110,000 light years in diameter. RA 1430, 10 with a declination of plus 31 degrees, 12 minutes, 54 seconds. Actually quite a good view for a post half moon night sky. NGC 5654 is another galaxy in Boötes, magnitude 12.9, 1.5 by 1 arc minute. Spiral with a bar, lenticular A, 405 million light years distant. This is quite a bright galaxy. Messier 31 would be 14.5 at 450, so this is probably about a magnitude and a half brighter overall. Size is larger, probably somewhere around 180,000 light years in diameter. I like that number. Right RA is 1430.01, declination plus 36 degrees, 21 minutes and 34 seconds. NGC 5655 is vaguely present in the field. I do believe it's either this, it's probably this fainty right here. Galaxy in Boötes, magnitude 14, 1.1 by 0.9 arc minute, spiral with a lowercase c. It's got a neighbor. I believe we managed to turn that one up the previous evening. Spiral lowercase c, 231 million light years distant, RA 1430.50 with a declination of plus 13 degrees, 58 minutes, 7 seconds. We have our 6 stacks. NGC 5656 is a brightish galaxy in Boötes. Magnitude 11.8, 1.9 by 1.5 arc minute, spiral with a lowercase ab, perceptible core. 149 million light years distant, puts it at about 100,000 light years in diameter, RA 1430.25, declination plus 35 degrees, 19 minutes, 14 seconds. NGC 5657, vaguely perceived in the field, right, very close to the center, magnitude, galaxy in Boötes, magnitude 13.3, 1.8 by 0.8 arc minute. Spiral with a bar, lowercase b, 179 million light years distant, so probably somewhere around 110,000 light years in diameter. Right ascension 1430.43, declination plus 29 degrees, 10 minutes, 48 seconds. NGC 5658, not seeing it in the field initially at what I call 30x, but actually could be 50. 20% e-zoom. We're looking for a galaxy in Virgo, magnitude 14.6. It's starting to reveal itself after 4 stacks. It's 1.6 by 0.4 arc minute, spiral, just listed as a spiral. There's no core to this thing, which is why we missed it. 74 million light years distant, so rather small, maybe 30,000 light years in diameter. RA 1432.28, declination right along the celestial equator at plus 17 minutes and 39 seconds. Not a bad view, pushing it up to 150x nominal and heading out. NGC 5659 is a galaxy in, come up data, faintly seeing it there. Data has yet to come up. Fetching routine, I did press the enter button. All right, galaxy Boötes, magnitude 13.9, 1.6 by 0.4. Spiral with a lowercase b, 206 million light years distant, so about 110K in diameter. RA 1430.106, declination plus 25 degrees, 21 minutes, 17 seconds. Just had our 7th stack. NGC 5661 is a galaxy in Virgo, magnitude 13.3, 1.5 by 0.6 arc minutes, vaguely seen after 3 stacks. Spiral of the bar, lowercase b, 105 million light years distant, RA 1431.57 with a declination of plus 6 degrees, 15 minutes and 1 second. More obvious after our 6th stack. NGC 5663 is that galaxy right near in the center of the field. Data has yet to come up. I believe it was in Libra, and it's fairly far south. Okay, Gemini 2. All right, it is in Libra, magnitude 15.8 by 0.7 arc minute, lenticular spiral. 300 million light years distant, so maybe 90K in diameter. Right ascension 1433.56, declination minus 16 degrees, 34 minutes and 51 seconds. 7 stacks in. NGC 5664 is near a diffraction bar. Several galaxies in the field. Let's see if we can determine which one it is. Galaxy Libra, magnitude 15, 0.8 by 0.3. So look for something a little distended. Spy with a lowercase a. It has a brightish core. 204 million light years distant, RA 1433.43 with a declination of minus 14 degrees, 37 minutes and 10 seconds. This looks like it could be our 5664. AdventuresInDeepSpace.com. Consult with Steve Gottlieb. NGC 5665 is an obvious galaxy in the middle of the field. Once again, data is a bit slow to come up. What are we seeing here? We're seeing a core. I say it's a Class C spiral. Boy, is it really fetching slow right now. I'm going to pause for a second. Okay, it popped up. 5665 Galaxy Booties, magnitude 12, 2.1 by 1.3 arc minutes, spiral with a bar, lowercase c. That played out 99 million light years distant. RA 1432.25, declination plus 8 degrees, 4 minutes and 46 seconds. NGC 5666 is a galaxy in Bootes. I believe it was visible from the beginning. At 30/50x, magnitude 12.8, 0.9 by 0.8, compact, 99 million light years distant, very small. Well, a little bit small for a sub-13 magnitude galaxy. RA 1433.09, declination plus 10, 30/37 in terms of actual size. This one is probably somewhere around 35,000 light years in diameter. NGC 5668, right in the middle of the field, at 105/180x, Galaxy Virgo, magnitude 11.5, 3.2 by 3 arc minutes. So this has got a fairly low average surface brightness. It's also a spiral lowercase cd, barely perceptible core with an annularity. 72 million light years distant. Let's push it up a little bit, gather a few more photons. There is a sense of a frontier to this face-on annular galaxy. RA 1433.24 with a declination of plus 4 degrees, 27 minutes, 1 second. It's somewhere around 90,000 light years in diameter. NGC 5669 is vaguely visible in the middle of the field. Actually, a couple of galaxies, a brighter one and another one to the southwest. Bootes, magnitude 11.3, 4.2 by 3.4 arc minute. That's why it's so obscure. It's got a very high average surface brightness, somewhere around magnitude 14. Spiral with a bar, lowercase c, not much of a core, 63 million light years distant. So probably somewhere around 75K in diameter. Right ascension 1432.43 with a declination of plus 9 degrees, 53 minutes, 28 seconds. NGC 5672 is going to be somewhere near that double star, kind of pointing the way. It's a galaxy in Bootes, magnitude 13.5, 0.8 by 0.5 arc minutes, a bit small for a 13.5. Spiral with a lowercase b, 161 million light years distant, so maybe somewhere around 45K in diameter. RA 1432.38 with a declination of plus 31, 40, and 12. 7 stacks. NGC 5674 is visible in the field. Galaxy in Virgo, magnitude 13, 1.1 by 1 arc minute, spiral with bar, lowercase c, with an annularity. We always look for those frontiers on those annularities, and this one is very obscure. 336 million light years distant, so maybe 110,000 light years in diameter, RA 1433.52, with a declination of plus 5 degrees, 27 minutes, 30 seconds. 7 stacks shows us the frontier of that NGC 5674's annularity or ring. NGC 5675 is in more northern sky, as you can tell, given its darker background. Galaxy in Bootes, magnitude 12.7, 2.8 by 1 arc minute. Spiral with a bar, lowercase b, brightest core, 183 million light years distant, so it's about 130,000, 120,000 light years in diameter. RA is 1432.39 with a declination of plus 36, 1808. Seeing extensions on it now. Very nice after 8 stacks. 5677 is, I'm going to reinitialize. 5677 is a galaxy in Boutets, magnitude 13.7. 0.9 by 0.7 arc minutes, spiral with a lowercase bc, 219 million light years distant, so it's probably about 65,000 light years in diameter. RA 1434.12 with a declination of plus 25 degrees, 28 minutes and 4 seconds. 5679 is a galaxy in Virgo, magnitude 14.2, pretty sharp for 14.2, must be its photographic magnitude. 0.8 by 0.4 arc minutes, spiral with a lowercase c. That is not it, because that galactic type wouldn't have such a sharp view. Now, there is an edgy kind of on pointing towards it, and several other fainties there. Spiral with lowercase c, 333 million light years distant, so maybe 90,000 light years in diameter. RA 1435.06 with a declination of plus 5 degrees, 21 minutes and 23 seconds. Okay, we've now moved on to NGC 5679b, that pair of galaxies we saw earlier. Let's see which one this one is. Galaxy Virgo, magnitude 14.5, 1.1 by 0.7 arc minutes, spiral with a lowercase b in a ring. I do believe we're actually thinking this galaxy here. This one must have been totally mischaracterized, or there's another galaxy possibly right there that was earlier reference. 5679a. Right ascension 1435.06, declination plus 5 degrees, 21 minutes, 37 seconds. This is our 150x nominal view. Moving on. Okay, there is also a C galaxy. So there are several faint galaxies in the field. Not sure which is which. 5679C's Galaxy Virgo, magnitude 16.2 by 0.2, about the smallest galaxies that you'll find in the NGC catalog. It's considered a compact. Right ascension 1435.10 with a declination of plus 5 degrees, 21 minutes and 15 seconds. NGC 5680. I don't think it was apparent in the field when I started launching. There's a fainty there and a brighter, but that could be, it's got the aspect sense of a galaxy there. Let's figure out what this is. 5680 Galaxy Virgo, magnitude 13.7, 0.9 by 0.6, lenticular spiral. Okay. The other one to the south is not lenticular. RA, 397 million light years distant, means it's probably somewhere around 130,000 light years in diameter. RA 1435.44 with a declination of only minus 48 seconds. NGC 5681 seems to be apparent in the field of view. It's a galaxy in Boutets, magnitude 14.3. That shouldn't have been visible, especially under these conditions with a moon and high thin clouds. 0.9 by 0.7 arc minutes, spiral with a lowercase b, 354 million light years distant, so it's probably a visual magnitude 13.5. Right ascension 1435.42, declination plus 8 degrees, 18 minutes and 1 second. NGC 5684 is a galaxy among galaxies in Boutets, magnitude 12.7, that brighter one in the center. 1.5 by 1.3, lenticular spiral, 189 million light years distant, maybe 100,000 light years in diameter. RA 1435.50 with a declination of plus 36 degrees, 32 minutes and 34 seconds. NGC 5685 is kind of hinted at in the field. It's a galaxy in Boutets, magnitude 13.3, 1.2 by 1.1 arc minute sized elliptical, 462 million light years distant, maybe 175 to 80,000 light years in diameter. RA 143615 with a declination of plus 29 degrees, 54 minutes and 29 seconds. Here's our sixth stack. NGC 5686, nice position in the sky, is a galaxy in Bootes, magnitude 15.2.4 by 0.4 arc minute, spiral with a lowercase a. 198 million light years distant means this one is probably no bigger than 30,000 light years in diameter. Right ascension 143602, declination plus 36 degrees, 30 minutes and 10 seconds. Suss them out, adventuresindeepspace.com. NGC 5690 is a galaxy in Virgo, magnitude 11.8. So it's going to be that edgy on 3.4 by 1 arc minutes in size. Spiral with a lowercase c and an annularity, meaning we got a frontier. They're very bright stars, probably magnitude 4. 85 million light years distant means this one's probably about 85,000 light years in diameter. Right ascension 143741, declination plus 2 degrees, 17 minutes and 27 seconds. NGC 5691 is a galaxy in the middle of the field, Virgo, magnitude 12.3. 2 by 1.7 arc minutes. Spiral with a bar, lowercase a, and peculiarities. Going through something. 88 million light years distant puts it about 55 to 60K in diameter. Right ascension 1437.53. Declination of minus 23 minutes and 53 seconds. We have our 6 stacks. NGC 5692, galaxy in Virgo. Wow, everything's centering up so well since I included a few galaxies and globular clusters in my model. Made some fine mechanical adjustments as well. It's magnitude 12.9, 0.9 by 0.6 arc minutes, simply listed as peculiar. 72 million light years distant, RA 143818, declination plus 3 degrees, 24 minutes 35 seconds. You might want to go to theskylive.com to check out what makes it peculiar. I learned today that it's been cited to go down to magnitude 22, and it has much higher resolution than we're able to do here. 5692. Okay, this study should be a deep test of sky conditions, because I'm seeing high thin clouds illuminated by a 8-day moon, and what you're seeing here along with me is a tiny, not a galaxy, globular cluster in Hydra. It's magnitude 9.2, 3.6 arc minutes in size. The brightest resolvable stars are magnitude 15.5. It's a class 7, so that shows you've got about a 5.3 magnitude delta between the summary brightness of the globular cluster and its brightest stars, which is kind of on the low side for a class 7, or VII. We're at right ascension 1439.36 with a declination of minus 26 degrees, 32 minutes and 17 seconds. Can't really improve it by pushing up the magnification. So there is our 150x nominal 100% e-zoom image of NGC 5694. We should be looking at NGC 5695 squarely in the middle of the field. Galaxy in Bootes, magnitude 12.8, 1.5 by 1.1 arc minutes. Spiral with a bar, lowercase a, 200 million light years distant, means it's about 100,000 light years in diameter. Does seem to have an embroiled star to the north-northwest. Right ascension 1437.22 with a declination of plus 36 degrees, 34 minutes and 3 seconds. We've had 7 stacks. NGC 5696 was vaguely seeable at the middle of the field. It's got some faint neighbors. Watch as the stacks accumulate, 3 now. Galaxy in Boötes, magnitude 13, 2 by 1.5 arc-minute, spiral with a lowercase bc, 257 million light years distant, means it's probably somewhere around 175K in diameter. RA 143657 with a declination of plus 41 degrees, 49 minutes, and 41 seconds. We're beginning to get a little reflected light off the roof try at this point. The time now is 10:14. I do believe we started about 40 minutes ago. NGC 5697, another galaxy in Boötes further north. Magnitude 13.7.9 by 0.4 arc-minute, spiral with a lowercase b, 246 million light years distant. So this one's probably somewhere around 75 to 80,000 light years in diameter. RA 143631 with a declination of plus 41 degrees, 41 minutes, and 6 seconds. NGC 5698 was vaguely visible in the middle of the field to begin with. Magnitude 13, galaxy in Boötes, 1.8 by 0.9, 2 to 1 aspect ratio, spiral with a bar, lowercase b, so perceptible core, 172 million light years distant, so probably somewhere around 115,000 light years in diameter. Right ascension, 143714, declination plus 38 degrees, 27 minutes, 16 seconds. We have our 6 stacks. Our final galaxy study of the evening is a galaxy in Boötes. It's kind of edgy on if it corresponds to the data. It's also NGC 5706, magnitude 15.7. This is not the galaxy we're looking for. Perhaps this one here or even that one there. VenturesInDeepSpace.com. 0.3 by 0.3 arc-minute elliptical. Okay, I can go with this right here as a strong possibility. 5699, 950 million light years distant, almost a billion. Now, last time I got a quote of around 950, it turned out it was 1.3 billion light years distant. I looked up the redshift. Steve Gottlieb said it was 1.3 billion. So this data could prove that this galaxy here is also more than a billion light years away. RA 143842 with a declination of plus 30 degrees, 27 minutes, 56 seconds. We now have something like 12 stacks on this galaxy group. It's going to be one of these 4, but I suspect it's this one right here, NGC 5699. Okay, we've now completed the NGC 5650, excuse me, 5699 series. Let's go look for an out. Okay, last night I was rather intrigued by this galaxy right here. I looked it up on a DSS image. I'm going to press the contrast up to 2.5. And it was very peculiar in its appearance. In fact, it almost looked like a yin-yang symbol. There was a dark area here and a bright area there, and then there was a circle around it. It was kind of a Taoistic symbol. Thought it was rather intriguing. This is a 30-second view of the galaxy, however. I am going to push it now up to 60 seconds. Let's see how far we can get. Okay, as it turned out, 60 seconds was too long of exposure. It wasn't able to resolve enough stars to triangulate with. So this is NGC 5600, Galaxy Boötes, magnitude 12.1, face on 1.5 by 1.5 arc-minute, spiral with a lowercase c. 103 million light years distant, so about 50,000 light years in diameter. We just got our, I think it says 2 stacks, but usually that initial stack is explorative. Right ascension is 1423.49 with a declination of plus 14 degrees, 38 minutes, 19 seconds. So my next step, since we're only getting 30-second exposures, is to play a little bit more with some of these other settings. I'm going to drop the brightness down. Wow, that didn't help. Bring it back up. I'm going to just press the default button. I can play a little bit with the histogram, and of course When you press default, you lose your noise reduction. Okay, so I softened it with the histogram. Okay, now I'm going to push it up to 3. I think 2.5, the value of 2.5 on the contrast was about the best. All right, brightness, it's at 1.0 now. Wow. By pressing the brightness up, it certainly brought out more of its features, but uglified the field. I'm going to keep dropping the brightness down. We're now into this video for 30 minutes, so I don't want to spend much more time on it. Well, I'm going to say that's probably the most artistic view. The brightness is pretty much standard. It's at 1. Or actually 0.9. Actually, 0.9 worked pretty good. Let me drop it to 0.8. All right. Ooh, that's pretty good. Brightness is at 0.8, contrast 2.6, saturation 1, noise reduction's on, and I have manipulated the histogram a little bit. I wanted to get rid of the brightness, the modeling in the field of view due to the moon and the high thin clouds, and with this image right here, roughly 4 stacks at 30 seconds each, we're going to call it Carpe Noctem.